Hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Can you guys believe it's already December? Like literally in 30 days, it's gonna be a new year. The year went by so quick for me. But anyways, this video, it's gonna be my November wrap up. So let's get started. All right, my first book in November that I read was Don't Let Me Fall by Kelsey Ray. Oh my god, this book, I ate it up. Absolutely amazing. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Actually, no. 6 out of 5 stars. I can't wait to read like her whole series, and I think she just came out with a new book, if I'm not mistaken, and it might be a new series too. But this is really good. Basically, it's about this girl. She has a boyfriend, right? And then the boyfriend's best friend comes in the picture because he had to move out of that college he was in. He came to this college. It's a hockey romance, basically. And then he kind of starts falling for her, and she falls for him, too. Her boyfriend's an asshole. So, once you read it, you'll know why. But, it's a really cute romance, and I absolutely ate it up, and I loved it so much. Like I say, 6 out of 5 stars. I can't wait to read the rest, and I'm very excited because I heard nothing but great things about this series. All right, my next one is Every Summer After. Such a disappointment, honestly. This is basically Love in Other Words, but by Carly Fortune. I did not like it. I gave this 3 stars. I mean, obviously, I loved Love in Other Words, so the storyline, I kind of liked it, but it was a little different. I just hate that there's a cheating trope in here. So, yeah, not much a big fan. Basically, she meets this guy as her next door neighbor once they buy like this lake cottage or something like that. They become like best friends, and then obviously if you read Love in Other Words, they kind of fall in love, and then yeah, so the story goes by there. But I don't know, didn't like this. 3 out of 5 stars. Yeah, no. The next one I read was Legendborn. I honestly, when I first read this, I was not enjoying it. I was not understanding what I was reading, basically. So maybe I want to say like a little bit before half of the book, I started enjoying it, but I wasn't understanding still. I think till like half of the book, that's when I started understanding what they were talking about. Because I know I had to do something with Arthur, the King Arthur, and his like knights of the round table or whatever. But I wasn't understanding fully what this book was about. But basically, it's about this girl that she goes to college, and then she finds like this guy, and he's like in this secret, I don't know what to call it, and the secret something like society or something like that. And then she finds out that it's like magic, and that he's one of Arthur's descendants or something like that. And then she apparently her mom died at this point, but she didn't know where she comes from or anything. All that she knows is that she has like powers, but that she doesn't know where she gets them, or where she is, or like where she's come from. And then there's like this teacher, she's a psychologist that tries to like help her because she knew her mom, and she knew where her mom came from or something like that. And yeah, so I did enjoy it after I understood what they were talking about. And obviously I'm gonna get the second part, and I give this 4 out of 5 stars. Then my next one, it was my prompt to listen to an audiobook, which I did, and I listened to Flock, and I absolutely loved it like I did the first time. And honestly, the audio was way better than the book. I just don't know what it was, and I gave this 6 out of 5 stars. I absolutely love the audio, and I'm actually reading Exodus right now, and I was really excited about that too, so yeah. Then the next book I did was Electric Idol. This is the second book to Neon Gods, and this one talks It has to do with arrows, and I can't remember her name. Psyche. I think that's her name, Arrows and Psyche. And I actually enjoyed this one better than the first one. The first one was it was hard for me to like focus, like to get into it. It was just, I don't know what it was. I did like the story that was told about it and everything, but I enjoyed this one a lot more than I did the first one. Basically, it's about Psyche and Arrows. As her mom wanted to marry her off to Zeus, I think that's it. Yeah, marry her off to Zeus, but then she like, there was a rumor going around that her and Arrows were like a thing, when basically all she did was help him. And then Arrow's mom, I think I'm saying the names right. Arrow's mom, Arrows, whatever. Put a hit out on her, but basically for her not to die, the only way they could do that was for Arrows to marry her. And so they did, and it like basically just trying to stay off Aphrodite's radar and stuff, so she won't kill her. And yeah, so the love story is really cute in this, and I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I love when it's like the good girl with the bad boy, and they describe him like with tattoos and like full of tattoos and black hair, and I'm like, all right. So yeah, these other books, I'm not gonna get into them as much because I did just make a video, my 24 hours reading, and I did explain a little bit about them in the book, so I'm just gonna go through them really quick. But the next one's gonna be Caraval, or Caraval, however you say that name. And I did give this 4.5 out of 5 stars. I did like it, but like I mentioned in the other book, it wasn't like a wow book to me, like how everybody described it. I think after more than half, that's when I was like, whoa, okay, I actually like this. It wasn't that I didn't like it, or I wasn't like, I was bored or nothing. But I just thought there was like no action to it until, well, not action, but there was like nothing like wowing to it until like almost half, a little bit more than half of the book. So like I said, I didn't think it was boring. I didn't dislike this book. It was just a wow factor for me. It was just like a reading, and that's it. So I did like it, and my husband actually ordered me the second and third book, so I really want to get into them and see. And then I've heard what's the name, the other series that kind of connects to this, it's really good too, so I can't wait to read that one either. My next one is Travis. I gave this one a 4.5 out of 5 stars also. This is a second book to Archer's Voice, which Archer's Voice was really good too. I gave that one 5 stars. This one, I just don't know what it is. I think it's her her writing. This is 7-8 years later after Archer's Voice, and I absolutely loved it too. Amazing, great book. Next one is Billy Summers. 6 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved this book. Like, it was amazing. Like I mentioned in the other video, it was kind of hard for me to get into it first when I started reading it. I don't know what it is. If it's like because the writing's so, like, I don't know if it's the writing or because the book is so long that I was like, I don't know. But once I started like listening to the audio for this, oh my god, it was amazing. This thing like it did like 180 turn for me, and it was like so different than what I thought it would be. It was absolutely great. And like I said, if you haven't read this, go read it. What are you waiting for? Go read it. And then oh my god, I'm gonna the last book, I just folded this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look what I just did. Is better than the movies. 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely ate this up and I loved it. I love that it was like a high school romance and it was like really cute. Did not expect this at all, what this book was really about. It was like a whole turn for me, which I went into blind and then I kind of like, oh, okay, like romance, cute. And then I started reading and then I read like the love interest and then I'm like, okay, nice. And then I read, like, I was reading the book and then I kind of was like, I want to see what this book is about. And then the love interest at the beginning of the book was not the love interest that I thought it would be. So I was like, oh, intrigued. And I started reading it. And I was really amazed by it. And I ate it up. And it was like, yeah, I loved it. I'm going to get into more of her books because I heard her writing's really good too. And I did like her writing. And yeah, I just want to see what the hype is about. I did have 2 other books on my November TBR, which I did not get to, which was 7 Years Slip and Fourth Wing. But Fourth Wing, like I mentioned, I do want to do like a separate, I don't know if I want to do a separate video for that or I'm just want to read it like on my time, like slowly, because I do want to annotate it and like carefully read it. I heard that book is so good and I really don't want to like go fast or anything. Just want to take my time with it. That's why I didn't read it. And I just never got a chance to read the 7 Year Slip. But I did put in here, which Billy Summers with it was not in my TBR for this month. But it was amazing. We still did 9 books. So it was great reading month. Which last month I did 13, so I wish I could have did a little bit more. But it's okay. And yeah. So that's it for the video. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.